All right, so
The silver.
Michael here expressed to me when he was studying eating a lot of carbohydrates from a lot of like breads and simple sugars and stuff like that. So he said if he burned the energy and kept his body going, then it wasn't going to his pancreas and using the insulin. So this is really relevant to people who have diabetes and other disorders where they're eating a lot of sugar and not doing stuff with their body. But it's also relevant to our current study of eating raw and vegan. So we, on the first 2 days, we're experiencing a little bit of like digestion pain, I'd say. And like each Michael and I, start with Michael and then it was me. And I think it was first off, we were eating a lot of nuts like early in the day on the first day. And we weren't making sure to chew them really well. So we started chewing the nuts really well. And we also decided, I think going off the idea with the sugar of the breads that Michael had, we're eating our fruits throughout the day. So we started off with our green nutrition drink, the Health Force Vitamin Mineral Green and the Earth. And then now we're eating fruits throughout the day. We're gonna finish our day with proteins and nuts so that we're good to rebuild in the night while we sleep. Already today eating the fruit, I feel so much better. And like, man, it feels good having my stomach full with that nutrition drink, man. How you feeling, Michael?
I'm feeling good. I'm happy. That's another thing is when you're putting in some of those good foods, like somebody might eat their happy food, but it might be some of that crappy foods that's out there, that high fructose corn syrup, or some unhealthy food. And your mind thought of bringing that food in it definitely changes it, And so if you're eating the unhealthy foods, it's not bad all the time. It's just that we can't keep basing our diets on unhealthy food. That's just the truth, and you can't base your diet on unhealthy eating habits as your intake. You got to bring in food. Food's got to be a celebration of the day. I like to celebrate when I've accomplished something. Food is something I want to have in my system as a celebration of finishing something that I was setting out to do for the day. And especially if what you're doing in the day is physical, which I like to be, because I'm pro wrestler. I've been moving company, door-to-door sales, food service, which is a lot of moving around, constant moving around. That's why my ankles are wore. I've got some wear and tear on and my back, and my body does, because I've also done other work where I've also done growing, where I was carrying 5 gallons
because of how you were eating.
Yeah. And my body feels better when I have better food, and I know this because sometimes I eat that fat food, or fast food as you want to call it, and I eat that quick stuff like stopping by and grabbing a cheap pizza that's already ready, or a burger or something like that, instead of grabbing myself, keeping myself on a plant-based diet with salads and grains and that, and then going always eating the candies and the donuts and the coffees with all the sugary creamers and stuff like that, the flavoring. You get onto those different binges where you're putting that stuff in your body because it fits the system you're in from the work you're doing or something like that. And we're really based our lives around the work we do, which is awesome because that's what it should be. But your life should also be based around the food, because food is what grows you. Like if you notice how growing a plant and putting some,
Well, I mean, a lot of people rationalize that, like, hold up.
In the body.
A lot of people rationalize that, like, working toward their food is like the way, they have their job or something. So what do you say to that? Like, I mean, if people, like, a lot of people are saying that the way they work for their food, you're saying tied to the food. A lot of people are like, I have my job for that. Like, that's what I do in society. But, like, I don't think that's quite what you were going for. I think it's more like...
Well, I'm just saying that people will budget and... we'll go... They're on a budget because of their income. And food takes a huge back burner in their budget. You can't do that.
Oh, for real? Okay, I totally agree with you on that.
Food, sleep...
There's people that think, like,
really
like healthy food is a luxury for people who can afford it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know, like, oh, it's cool.
crazy
I'll
to
get
me,
this.
like-
I'll go get these $15 pair of socks to match my cool shoes or whatever. But then I'll live off of top ramen for the next 2 weeks.
yeah, like okay, that's ridiculous to me because this past year I've decided to live independently of my parents. But in that time, it's taking me forever to get this. Hang on, let me get this. Dang it.
That's custom.
So it's custom. I've been becoming independent of my parents, you know, paying for my own food and everything like that. And that's a big step for a kid, you know, his young 20s. So as I did that, like it was also right in that phase of my life where dang, that broke right there.
Really?
That's custom for sure. Yeah, it did.
That's part of the
sucks.
stand. Oh, well, take it back. That's Walmart, right?
Yeah, Walmart for sure.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Not even on why you get when you get something on a deal, which that one wasn't. That was like $15.
Yeah,
We
okay.
can score those for cheap. We have a couple, you know, and we can score these. We can see these at we got to start stopping by the thrift stores, by the way.
Yeah,
Because there's things at the thrift stores we can pick up and resell.
for sure. So anyways, back to what we were
Put
talking
things we
about.
want
Yeah,
and
so
need.
heads up to everyone. We'll show you a picture of it in a second. Don't get this kind of camera stand
hold?
because it's gonna break. Yeah, it's gonna hold it, but it's just like not gonna hold it the angle that I want it to. Maybe if I go like that. I don't want it to drop the camera.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh wait,
Like-
it is gonna hold it. This plastic's broken, but this handle's still like got this. Oh no, fuck. I mean, gosh darn.
We'll just have to hold it for each
Yeah, well. Alright. So, anyways. Yeah, that works. Sorry, folks. I want to give you a cool camera angle with this time. So, when I was like,
This is a thing we can get at Walmart that'll might be able to fix that right away.
yeah, that's true.
A little plastic.
This is a
It's
Targus
well, just like $10.
TG 5060 TR. Just got this from Walmart. Not gonna get another one. Another shitty. There it is. Alright, so good thing I got a receipt. I don't know if I have the receipt, man. We'll see.
We
So
got the box, and you should always try to stick. I know you buy multiple things, but try to stick things, the receipts in the box.
yeah, I'm gonna like start a receipt box. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, fam? This is not a quality product, man. I'm struggling with this.
That thing we had issues with the whole time.
Yeah. Alright, Targus.
It's not a product we put our name back behind, that's for sure. The concept of it is good, but the product built right here is cheaply made, and that's why it broke easily.
The execution is horrible.
We're over here trying to angle the camera, and it just breaks.
I literally can't even close it. It doesn't close properly. Okay, anyways. So, people don't prioritize their money toward food. Like, food is well, the back burner is crazy to me. Like,
That
it
makes
is the
sense.
most important thing.
I worked in restaurants, man, 17 of them, and food is so important. People don't put importance on food. Same with sleep. Food and sleep. That's not the way it goes. Oh, I think it goes from the inside. So yeah. Put importance on your food. That's why, and you'll learn not to go eat those nasty dollar burgers from McDonald's. Sorry, McDonald's.
So, not everyone's ready to jump into a different diet or something, but
I mean, you don't have to not eat
I'm
those,
not saying don't
just
eat
don't
them.
eat
I'm
them
just
all
saying
the
like
time.
prioritize.
Yeah, don't eat them
What
all
I'm
the
saying,
time.
what I'm trying to get at, maybe you'll let me, Michael.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is that
I get so messed up. I
yeah,
get
it's
fat.
alright. It's alright.
I was a fat guy.
So is that. So relax, man. Amongst former fat guys, you can chill hard. We're chillers. We used to be shy, and now we are comfortable. But the funny thing is, you have to get comfortable first. Yeah, you were shy? That was totally shy. But so basically, Michael, what I was saying is like, I'm not very tied down to the food diets and stuff. You know, I never have been. You know, now I really like my diet because it makes me feel good. But hey, stay here, bud. Wilder, stay here. Thank you. But when I was ready to try vegan and stuff, that was right around the time that I was splitting from my parents' money. So it was very important to me to keep eating right, but not for some like rule or reason, but just because I felt so good, and like then the reasons, the ethics behind that came later, you know. But nevertheless, I was spending probably over half of my money that I made all the time on food, and my dad is always upset with me because I have no money, right? You know, he's like, what have you been working at? What have you been doing? You don't have any money. And I'm like, I've been working on me, on the world. I've been working on what I can do. I don't know. I do know. Eating vegan helps the world. It helps my body. It helps me be around longer to help the world. So it made sense. It's an investment. And so people should invest their money more in their food. And that's exactly what Michael was getting at. And that's what, that's what he's learned.
And their food, the quality of food.
Yeah.
Because even if you're don't want to change your diet because you like mac and cheese. Well, there's some pretty good mac and cheese out there.
Yeah. Wait. Say that again.
I said even right up here. Right here.
I gotcha.
Even if you're a mac and cheese fan, there's some good mac and cheese out there that you can go make. You know, you can go get some good healthy.
Try to make it yourself once.
Yeah, you can get some healthy.
I'm gonna roll this one.
Yep, you can get some healthy noodles. You know, wheat noodles, whatever, however it is, and then you can go find yourself some good cheese. You know, and maybe look up on YouTube or a recipe for a fancy mac and cheese. You know.
Check this out. We were up in the Dollar General store in Weed, California the other day. And there was a box of Velveeta shells. We were getting it for a friend, you know. And she wanted some mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And 3-pack of Velveeta and shells. And it cost something like $7. You know, it had the noodles in there for 3 servings.
Randy.
Which you probably cook in one, at once since it's served that way. And then 3 little packets of sauce. Right next to it, 3 packets of sauce for like $2. And then right next to that, actually not right, we had to find it a little bit, was packs of noodles, 1 serving each, $1 each. So for $3 or $4, we had the same thing that cost $7 or $8 packaged up in Velveeta. So it's like,
yeah, you got to pay attention to your shopping.
And I'm not, like I said, we're not promoting eating mac and cheese, but like if mac and cheese is what you like, find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Find a way to afford it because you got to eat, folks.
There's 2 different types of braggers when it comes to money. It talks about how much they spent on an item is the subject, and one brags about how much the item cost and how much they spent, and the other one talks about how much the item cost and how much they spent. Well, really, it's how much they didn't spend. Because somebody's like, man, that's a $600 rims, da 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 da, and then one dude's like,
I really got a
brand new, da da da, $645 out the door. And the other dude's like, man, that's some $600 rims. I got those for $200.
See, I'd be that type.
They're the same rims. Both of them like them just as much. They're both bragging about them. And they're both bragging about how much they paid for them.
Who spent less money, though?
Some people like to spend less money. Some people just like to have the best things. Both of them wanted the best things because they had the both same nice set of rims. I don't know.
Same thing.
But some people it's inconvenient to go. It's more convenient to go spend the $600 because the time and energy spent to go score those $200 rims, because it takes a little bit more effort and search to find some cheaper rims.
To each his own.
Yeah, money is time. Time is money, right? So he could be out there making more money, and so he just got on those $600 rims because that's what he wanted, and he didn't need to go waste around waiting time and trying to figure out how he can get these $200 rims because he got those and was making money probably while he was waiting for the rims to be put on his truck, on his laptop or his phone. Some of us don't do that in life. It's not for everybody. Can't teach everybody how to run a business on a laptop or a phone, Sometimes you can't even teach somebody to use a phone. So they're the ones hustling around finding and scoring some rims on, because they at least know how to get on Craigslist or talk to so and so, and next thing you know, they're down the street because somebody they know has the rims, and they're meeting up with them over there. I like how the rich people, which I've been in that area, I've made good money. I spend my money differently, is all. I love how they get bored of the way the house looks. And so they remodel it inside the house. They don't like the blue anymore, and they're going to go for green. And they just get rid of everything that was in the blue part of the house. It was furniture and stuff, not their personal items. I'm talking refrigerators, counters, they'll change all that stuff out. Bathrooms, carpets, fridges, television, entertainment centers, the whole works. Like, they just remodel the whole house as if they moved in again. And that stuff now, that stuff goes wherever it goes. Well, one of the businesses that is putting together with Brian in the Brain, there's a Dino. That was great. It's awesome. Donation Relocation Center, and one of the things we're able to do is go in and AWS. Got the help. Take the items that were gutted, as I say, out of a house and relocate them to another house
That needs them.
that we're putting back together. In a country that rebuilds instead of building. When we got more buildings than we can handle, why would we keep building buildings?
So let's just move stuff to buildings that need to be rebuilt.
Rebuild America.
So that's what we want to do.
Make it back to the way where it was when we respected things and respected everything instead of just threw them in the garbage all the time. And that goes back to everybody trying to push to
I remember hearing about
products.
wars where you couldn't buy things that were metal or rubber anymore because we had to come together, and that doesn't have to just be because we're at war. That can be just
metal.
because we need to use the stuff that's around.
They even use different metal on the
it's so
pennies.
wasteful. Yeah, they
Remember
changed
that?
the pennies. Yeah, I remember that because in chemistry class we would study the different density and different weight and the different I think, what was it? Electronegativity. Transmit different amount of electricity through them.
All those warships we made,
Yeah.
we're selling those things to China right now.
Why?
Remember the ones in the bay that we're sitting in there? The Fleet Golf or whatever, the Golf right there. We're selling those. Because
by the way, we
sell
only
the
got
ships to
less
China.
than a minute left.
We sell the ships to China, and they're stripping them down for the metal. All that metal that we saved together
That's so funny.
as Americans to put those
We
ships
did
together.
all the work to put them together, and we're just gonna give them out. We're just gonna sell it in
Instead
a
of Americans
package,
stripping them down,
scrap.
it doesn't make any sense. I don't
Instead
know
of
what's
hiring Americans, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna rebuild America. We're not gonna
Well,
make
it's out
America
there for
great.
40
America
years.
is great. We're gonna rebuild America.
It's out there for 50 plus years before they decided to ship them off to China.
That's all right. We're not worried about that anymore. We're rebuilding
I
America.
wonder
Brian
what
in the Brain, president. 2016.
We're building out of
Here's
stuff
the
that's not
brain.
metal
We got
anyway.
5 seconds, fool.
Hemp. We'll build out of hemp.